next scenario is about increased and decreased. In previous sum, it is either increased or decreased, but now it is increased and also decreased. Let's see the question. Before going to the question, I have a notes for you. Increased and decreased means if they have the same amount of increase and decrease. For example, article price is increased by 5% and decreased by 5%. Both increase and decrease is 5%. So R will be 5. So R square by 100. Suppose it is increased by 5% and decreased by 10%. What will be the total decrease? Because it is increasing by 5 and decreasing by 10. So obviously decrease percentage is more. So it will be cumulatively decreased. On that scenario, what you actually do is x minus y plus xy divided by 100. So x is about increase. The decrease will be given a negative value. Then xy will be multiplied and divided by 100. Okay. Now let's go to the question. If Peter's salary is 25% increased and decreased by 25%, how much percentage decrease in final salary? You got a clue. If it is increased and decreased by same percentage, then definitely there will be a decrease in salary. Let's see this. R square by 100. Increase and decrease goes to the same value 25. So 25 into 25 divided by 100. 25 4s are. So it is a decrease in a percentage of 25 divided by 4%, or you can also write it in a way divided by 100. So 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So this will gives you 5 to 125 divided by 2. You will get the percentage value. So that will be the total decreased percentage. In second scenario, if Peter's salary is decreased by 20 and increased by 15, increased by 20, decreased by 15, then definitely there is a cumulative increase, because 20 is increased and 15 only decreased. Let's see how to calculate that. So x will be in a way of 20 minus 15, because there is a decrease, plus 20 into 15 divided by 100. So 0 0 gets cancelled. 5 2s are, 5 3s are. So 10 minus 15 will be 5 plus 60. 20. This is 0. This 0 gets cancelled. 15 3 5 3s are 15. 5 2s are. So again I can cancel this 2 and this 2, right? So obviously I am getting 5%. Simple. So the increase in percentage is nothing but 5%. That's it. Let's go to the next question. Marks based percentage. Now, in marks based percentage, I have already given you a clue. If you want to calculate the percentage, what you will be doing? Total marks you obtained divided by the total marks and will be multiplied by 100. This gives you the percentage. In case if you don't know the percentage, what you will be doing is x divided by 100 into the total marks and how much you have secured. So if you cross multiply that, you will get the percentage. By solving these sums, you will get a more clear vision about this. Let's see the first question. If 35% is the minimal pass percentage and Hughie scored 70 with the minimal score. Here the minimal score means he just passed. Okay. Find the total score for the examination. So Hughie scored 35% such that he scored 70 marks. And they are asking what is the total score of the examination, how much marks the examination is conducted. So we need to find 35% of what gives you 70. So putting simple, we make it as x. So x is equal to 70 into 100 divided by 35. So 7 10s are 70, 7 5s are 35, 5 27 times 100. So x is equal to 100, 200. Therefore, if you calculate the 35% for 200, you will get it as 70 marks. That is nothing but those who face your board examination, you write it for 200, right? And 70 marks, if it is going to be a pass mark, then that is nothing but your 35%. Simple. And next category, within the same category, the next question is, David has to score 35% of marks to get through. To pass, he needs 35 marks. If he gets 60 marks and fails by 10, find the total marks set for the examination. So in this scenario, they have given how much marks he secured and how much marks it is required also. He has achieved 60, but he needs 70, he needs 10 more to pass the examination. Only then he will get 35% of the marks to get through, but he failed to make that 35% of marks. In that scenario, find the total marks set for the examination. Let's see how to solve this question. Pass panna? Pause, no, pass panna.
Start.
So in this kind of questions where the mark achieved by the candidate will be given and the mark required to pass is also given, pass percentage is also given, and we need to find the total marks. It goes in a way acquired and failed by how much marks he has acquired and how much marks is required. Acquired is here he has acquired 60 and he is failed by 10 because he needs 10 more marks to pass the examination. So 60 plus 10. So 100 into 60 plus 10 is 70 and percentage to pass is 35. So 7 5s are, 7 10s are, 20 times, so again 200. So same question I have solved in two different ways. Let's see how to solve the next question. Let's see the different category based sum within the same marks oriented. In past sum we have seen for only one person. Now we will be comparing two persons' result. For example, I am going to have two datas that they pass percentage and I am going to find some required data. Let's jump into the question. David scores 30% and fails by 60 marks. And they have mentioned that while Denson, who scores 55% marks, gets 40 marks more than the minimum required marks to pass the examination, find the maximum marks for the examination. The maximum marks for the examination is nothing but the total marks. So David, how much he has scored? Let's take the data of David and second person name is Delson. So David scores 30% or 35, it's 30% and he has secured 60 marks. Delson has secured 55% and he has secured 40 marks more than the required mark for the pass. So if X is the minimal mark, Delson has secured 40% more, 40 marks more to that, such that it is making 55%. Rather going for a typical calculation, I have a shortcut for you. In those scenarios where 2% data with pass percentage and fail percentage, or with pass percentage and the mark that required to pass is given, you can follow this sum. It's simple. What you're actually going to do in this is we'll be taking the sum of the scores divided by difference in the percentage into 100 because we need the percentage. The question is find the maximum marks for the examination. So that should be multiplied by 100. Okay, this gives you the maximum marks of the examination. Maximum marks is nothing but the total marks. So what will be the sum of the scores? Here I get 60, here I get 40. So it is nothing but 100. And difference in percentage, 55 minus 30 will together make it as 55 minus 30 will together make it as 25. And this should be multiplied by 100. So 25, 4. So 400 is the total marks required for the examination. That's it. Now the category that we're going to dive into is about consumption. Already I have given you a key idea about the consumption. To maintain the same expense, price should be, if price is increased, consumption should be decreased. If price is decreased, consumption should be increased. Let's dive into the question. In Pandian store, they sold 5 kg more sugar for rupees 100. As the price of the sugar has decreased by 10%, find the actual price of the sugar. Here they are not asking you the percentage, they are asking you the price of the sugar. So normally in this scenario, price is decreasing, that's why they are providing you more sugar. So it comes in a second category, price decrease, consumption increases, and as I said, you will be using a formula R divided by 100 minus R into 100 to calculate the percentage. Here, to calculate the price, this 100 will be replaced by Y by X, because Y is nothing but the price and X is nothing but the kilograms. So whenever they ask you the value, irrespective of the percentage, we have to alter this 100 by Y by X. Y is nothing but the price and X is nothing but the kilogram consumed. So again I am repeating the question. In a Pandian store, they sold 5 kg more sugar for rupees 100 as a price of a sugar. So this will be 100 and 5 kg more will be the X. X is nothing but the kg. And the rest is decreased by 10%. So if it is decreased by 10%, what will happen? Consumption will increase. So we will get a data R 100 minus 10. If consumption is decreasing, 10 minus. If consumption is increasing, like if consumption is increasing, it is 100 minus. Because price is getting decreased. If price is increasing, consumption will decrease. At that time, you will be placing here by R divided by 100 plus R. In this scenario, R is 10. 10 divided by 100 minus 10 into this 100 divided by 5. So 10 divided by 90 into 20. This 0 gets cancelled. I get 20 by 9. So let's calculate this. 9, 20, 9 2s are 18. I get 2 here. So expressing in a fractional form, 2 should be written here. 9 will go in the numerator part. Remainder 2 will come in the denominator part. So 2 by 9 to 9 by 2 will be the price of per kg. Okay. So they are asking find the actual price of the sugar. The actual price of the sugar is per kg will be 2 rupees 9 by 2. This will be the final answer. The only thing you have to remember is if they ask for a percentage, we'll be making it as 100. If not a percentage, if it is going to be a price, it will be like y by x, like y is the price and x is the kilograms. Let's dive into the last question of this series. In this last 15th sum, I have taken two concepts. One is the article depreciation and another one is the population. So if we speak about a population can be increased after n years, or we need to find a population before n years. Similarly, if you buy any electronic goods like say a computer or washing machine or any kind of a bicycle, when the days goes, the price of a vehicle or electronic goods will decrease. They never increase. Okay, but if you speak about a land rate, population, these things will definitely increase after n years. But we speak about electronic goods or any kind of other things, it actually decreases from its original price. So same thing, objects depreciation. So population increase after n years should be P is our initial population multiplied with 1 plus R by 100. R is nothing but a rate of increase. And similarly, if they ask for the population decreases, you will be making it as minus. So I can mention it as 1 plus or minus. Similarly, before n years, that the population is increased by 5%. Calculate the population before n years, then you will be making it as P divided by 1 plus R divided by 100. If it is decreases by 5%, then what was its population before n years? You will be doing it in a minus sign. Similarly, if it is an object, definitely you have to give a negative sign. So P multiplied with 1 minus R by 100 to the power n after n years. Before n years, P divided. So before means population, the present value, population or present value should be in the numerator part. After n year, in the sense, the population should be multiplied with 1 plus R by 100. Okay, now let's quick dive into the question. The question what I'm going to have is, the population of Goa is 30,000. If it increases at a rate of 5% per annum, what will be its population after 2 years? So initial population is 30,000. So initial population is 30,000. So it is increases at a rate of 5%. So 1 plus 5 divided by 100. So I get 30 into 1000, that makes 30,000. Cross multiply 105 divided by 100. If I into n is nothing but here 2 years. We are calculating for 2 years. If I simplify this, I get 20 and 21. So 30 into 100 into 1000 divided multiplied by 21 by 20, 21 by 20. So we know 0 gets cancelled, 0 gets cancelled, and 2 5s are 10, 2 15s are 30. So what is the data we have? 15 into 5. So 15 into 5 is obviously 75. 75 multiplied with 21 into 21 is 441. So when I solve this, I get an answer of 10,800. So what is the population increase? The population is increased to 10,800. So what will be the population after 2 years? This value should be added with 30,000. So I get 40,800 as the result. Simple. If the population is decreasing, you will go with the negative sign. I hope the series of percentage really fascinates you, and I just recall yourself with these questions that I have given, and trust me guys, if you are strong in these 14 questions, you can puzzle your mind, you can engine your mind in solving any kind of percentage series. Thank you for watching my video, and please click on the subscribe button to subscribe it and share to your friends and let many people get benefited. Thank you.